Welcome everyone to Hoopla, Libby, and Mango at the Peterborough Town Library. Tim and I talked about the weather was starting to turn bad, although the last couple of days have been fabulous. But we might explore ways of accessing our collection without having to go outside. So here we go. Okay, first Hoopla versus Overdrive and Libby. The pros and cons of Hoopla. Hoopla provides access to ebooks, audiobooks, music, magazines, comics, movies, and TV. It's got a wealth of a collection. Through the app, it is available immediately. There's an app available, sorry. Anything that you select is available immediately. You don't have to wait. You can change the playback speed. So if you're listening to an audiobook and you want it to sort of run a little faster or a little slower, you can. You can watch, read, listen offline. And there's something called Binge Passes, which we'll talk about later. The cons to Hoopla, you can only check 3 items out a month, and you must have a valid email address. Now, over to Libby and Overdrive. First, Libby and Overdrive access the same collection of ebooks, MP3 audiobooks, and magazines. It's part of the New Hampshire Collaborative. Overdrive can be used in a browser window on your computer, and Libby is the downloadable app that works on your phone, tablet, or on a Kindle. There used to be an Overdrive app, and it's still available in other countries, but not in this country anymore because they want you to move to Libby. Libby is their new bright shining star. The pros, there's no limit to what you can check out per month, although you can only check out 3 items at a time. And again, you can read and listen offline. It's really easy to use on a phone, tablet, or on a Kindle. And you can change playback speed as well. You can add bookmarks or set sleeping timers so that if you tend to read on your tablet and in bed, it will automatically turn off at a certain time. So you can just set that. And binge passes are also available. The con is that you may have to wait. Let's see if I can move this. If it's up here. Yeah. You may have to wait for popular titles. It is like a library. If there's only a certain number of volumes, and if you check something out on Overdrive or Libby, it's not available. That item is not available for anybody else. So you have to wait the amount of time, either a week or 2 weeks. Okay, so the first thing is you need to set up an account for all of this, and all of these that we're going to talk about, Hoopla, Libby, Overdrive, and Mango, are found on our website at peterborotownlibrary.org. Books and media, ebooks and audio, and you'll see this page. For Hoopla, you can download the app, or you can go to hoopladigital.com and create an account. These are screenshots of what you will find if you go to hoopla.com. It's very, very simple to set up an account. You need a valid library card and a valid email address. You have to find the library, Peterborough Town Library. And it's interesting, if you type in Peterborough, you'll get Peterborough, Ontario, you'll get all sorts of other Peterboroughs. Then you connect with your library card and you put in an email and you create a password for your Hoopla account. And then you are all set. This is the Hoopla homepage, and we'll go over it in just a minute. Basically, you sign in, and let's just get. Oops. Okay. So this is your home page. This is what you'll see. My Hoopla. basically, that's just what you currently borrowed. If you have favorites, if you selected favorites, it also will show you your history. You can browse by collection, audiobooks, comics, ebooks, movies, music, television, and binge passes. And everything, again, this is again by collection or by author categories, publishers, or series. If you get very, very fancy and want to go into an advanced search, you have the option to put in a language. This is really interesting because if you're interested in watching foreign movies in a different language, you could select, Czech, and it'd be interesting to see. Let's see what they have with formats. We'll make it movies. And let's see, and then we'll hit submit. And here are the movies that you can watch in Czechoslovakian. I think that's sort of amazing that you have that kind of capability for the advanced search.
Can you search in there for a Czech movie?
So these are all movies that their native language is Czechoslovakian.
Oh, so that's
So
all they have.
Yeah, that's all they
Okay.
have. I did look at French language movies, and they have a lot more of
Yeah.
those. But, and then this is if you want to, oops. Okay. All right, so clear all, let me just go back to that. All right, so the kids. All right. Back to Hoopla. Okay, this is a kids friendly setting, which you can turn on and off just by clicking on it. Right now it's on. You can turn it off. So if your family has access to the Hoopla account and you want to be careful about the search, you can turn that on and off. And then these are the general settings. Basically, again, do you want to receive emails? You can turn that on and off. Do you want kids mode? Only show kid appropriate content in your browser and search results, on and off. Do you want them to track your borrowing history to make it easier for you to borrow items again? Those are all possibilities. You move and you need to change your library, you could do it right here. You can ask for recommendations by selecting genres based on what you have checked out before. So if I'm not sure that I have, this is not my personal account. So, but if I want to, let's see. Okay. So then if I check biography and then I go back to the account. Anyway, if they will provide recommendations. If you need to change your email or password, you do it here. And then, so it's pretty straightforward and it's a lot of fun. What I would recommend is, and we'll go over Overdrive and Libby now, but know that they're different collections and they operate in different ways and you can use both of them. Hoopla, we have to limit it to 3 checkouts a month because it's expensive for the library. So you can start with Overdrive and Libby and see if you can get something really quickly. And if you can't, then you can look at Overdrive if you really need to, if you really want to read it right away. So, and Overdrive, again, it's basically you're signing in with your library card, with your library and your library card, and it's only a browser at this point. So if you are reading on your computer as opposed to a phone, you could do it on a tablet as well, but it's just easier to have the Libby app. And again, it's the exact same collection. And this is what the Overdrive homepage looks like. And we'll go there. And basically, they're going to give you the top list is going to be things that are available, but you can search by subject. History, mystery, mythology, suspense. You can search by collections. You can also if you use a Kindle, you can set it so that you're only searching for things that are available on Kindle. And you can see that these are, you would be on the wait list. So you would have, if you placed a hold on it, it wouldn't come immediately. It might take a couple of weeks. And then you can also search by title. These are your notifications. This is basically what you have. Search, I don't have any titles checked out. Basically my wish list. This would be my holds if I had something that I had selected that wasn't available. My wish list are things that I'm thinking about. I haven't actively put them on hold, but I want to keep them in one place so I can find them more easily. And then this related titles would basically be read-alikes. So if you had checked something out and you wanted something like it, you would go into related titles and they would be able to find that for you. And then we go to my account. Basically what you have checked out, what you have holds, it's the same thing as this, this menu, as well as an opportunity to sign out. Does anybody have any questions about Hoopla or Overdrive at this point? Anybody on Zoom? Do you guys have any questions? Okay. Okay, so Libby is the New Hampshire collective is trying to move everyone towards Libby and away from Overdrive. And so they're encouraging you to download the app and to do the selections through the App Store. So basically, first you download the app. And these are the various screenshots. This is my phone. So sorry, it's so blurry. There's the Libby app. You'll open it up. This is the first time that you've opened it up. So they'll ask if you have a library card. And then you'll search for your library. One piece of information that's really worth thinking about is you'll search for Peterborough. You'll put in the search field Peterborough, New Hampshire, and it will come up with the New Hampshire State Library. And that actually is the right card because we're all using that collection. And then you have the opportunity, you can sign in with my card. And then there is also the opportunity to just select, yes, I read with the Kindle. And so you go, so it will only show you Kindle friendly results. And I'm going to, rather than trying to do this from my phone, I found this lovely little tutorial that I think is worth watching. I'll take a few minutes. Oops.
With Libby, you can borrow free ebooks, digital audiobooks, and magazines from your library. All you need is a library card. When you open Libby for the first time, you'll search for your library. Then you can explore the collection and borrow titles or place holds instantly. On your shelf, you'll find all your loans, holds, and tags. By default, loans are automatically downloaded for offline use when you're on Wi-Fi. Your loans are returned automatically on their due dates, so you never need to worry about late fees. Tap Manage Loan to see more options about each title, like returning early. Tap a title to open it and start reading. If you belong to a library in the United States, you'll see the option to send most ebooks to Kindle or to start reading in Libby. Use the footer to search, visit your library, access your shelf, and see your timeline. You can also open your current read. In the Libby menu, you can see your notifications, add a library, get help, and more. Download Libby to start borrowing today. Happy reading!
So, before we get to binge passes, does anybody have any questions about Libby? Have people used Libby before? Do you find it easy to use? Do you read on your phone or?
I have it on my phone and also on Kindle.
Okay, okay. You can actually do it on a browser. You don't have to have because the app is for the phone or for tablets, but you can go to libbyapp.com, and the interface isn't that easy, but it's pretty, but you can use it on your browser as well if you're interested in that. So as I mentioned, both Libby and Hoopla have binge passes. So what is a binge pass? Well, if you've ever thought about doing a great course, there are many, many chapters. And if you checked out a chapter in the normal, you'd be using one of your checkouts for Hoopla. If you check out a binge pass, you have a week to use it on as many, either the same great course or as many different great courses as you'd like in one week. And I'll show you that in a minute. Hoopla has not only great courses, but they also have magazines, Hello Source, which is for children, and Curiosity Stream, which is high quality documents and documentaries. Let me just we'll go here. So if I want to search, I can search for sorry, I'm in the wrong space. Let's went through that. Anyway, I know. Sorry, this is what I wanted to show you. So on Libby, if you're in the Libby, you search, you scroll down to extras, and this is where you're going to find your binge passes and what is available through the binge pass, and you just click on it. And it will show you all of you get a 7-day pass, and you can look at any of these great courses that you'd like to. It's pretty, the great courses are pretty amazing, but they are multiple chapters. So the binge pass works really nicely for those. And then Hoopla has sort of more available to the binge pass. As I mentioned, Curiosity, which are documentaries, magazines, the great courses, and also Hello Source, which looks like a lot of fun. Supposedly, it actually it involves your child into, let's take a look. You have to download an app, but it allows your child to be part of an interactive show. And that looks like a lot of fun. So, has anybody used the binge pass before? Have any of you used? Anybody online use the binge pass? Okay.
I haven't used it. I was kind of hoping that it was for, I don't know, like if you wanted to binge watch like Game of Thrones, in an evening or like over a course of a week, you could say, I want this
Right.
to kind of get around the limitation.
Right.
But it is cool how it does the different apps and features and functions.
Yeah, no, it's, there's more on the Binge Pass and Hoopla than there is in Libby, but they're both, you know, it is limited to what you have available. So, all right. And then there's Mango. So Mango is a completely different beast. It's actually a language app. And there are 70 plus languages, there are placement tests, ESL courses. The lessons are personalized, adaptive, and conversation based. They use semantic coloring mapping to help you with understanding what's a verb, what's an adjective, an adverb. There are specialty courses to teach cultural differences. And it's available for the web and iOS and Android. And there's a free course in Pirate, which I could have used last night. This is the general pricing. If you were to buy it individually, $7.99 per month for a language, $17.99. Or you can get it free through the library with your library card. So the web version, you go to ebooks and audio on our website and create an account. It's slightly complicated. Or you go to Android or iOS and you download the app and it's much more complicated. Sorry about that, but it's the truth. So I highly recommend that you set up, whether you use it on a phone or whether you use it anyplace else, set your account up on the website and I'll show you how we do that. So you click on Visit Mango and you've selected your library. Basically, if you have a user account already, you can just log in. You can use Mango as a guest, but it will not track your progress. So that's not very helpful. Or you click sign up to create an account. You use the email associated with your library account. You put in your library card number and your PIN, and what they mean by PIN is the password that you have on your library account. And then you create a new password to sign up for your Mango account. Now for the app, after you've installed the app, you get this screen and it says sign up or log in. You would expect a button for creating an account, but you click on sign up. You read through the data consent form and hit I agree. And now you choose your language. And then once you've done that, it will give you a tutorial, which you can always go back to. So initially I would say, just skip the tutorial. And then it will start into lesson 1. But you want to hit skip to sign up. And this is where you'll create your profile. Which is why it's a lot easier to actually create the profile, the login information on the web as opposed to on the phone. It's not very intuitive. Once you are in the sign up, it will then take you to 3 options: find free Mango, or to select to purchase it. You want to hit free Mango, you want to search for the Peterborough Town Library, and then you create an account and sign in. So it's a one-time sign in with your library card and password, and you verify your email address and you're ready to go. And then you start, basically it will launch you back into the language that you have selected. And so this is what the home page of the Mango homepage looks like. And this is what you'll open up to. This is on a browser as opposed to on a phone, so it will look slightly different. And basically, let's just go into Mango. The learn will start resuming learning, explore. These are Mango movies that are authentic cultural packed content that integrates Mango. The tools. This is if you want to try to do this is like Google Translate. So you could put something in English and have it translated into French. You can type, type or paste your text there. And choose your languages. The support basically, this is your help page, or if you have feedback that you want to give. And notifications, and then here you can change your language. And you also can create family profiles, which I have not done before, but if you've got a family, if you've got a group of people using Mango, you can connect them so that they all can sort of help each other and see each other's progress. And then it will also show you your activity. Basically organizations, just your library, and then activity. Obviously, I haven't done anything for the last month, so there's no activity, but it will also show me my assessments. And oops, I mistyped that slide. So one of the things I was thinking about as I was getting ready for today was you could study French in Mango. You can watch the cultural videos that they have that are appropriate to whatever the topic of the lesson is. But then you could also go back to Hoopla and either select books or watch movies in the language to help build your hearing of the language, which is an important piece. So pretty straightforward, pretty short introduction to these three wonderful online resources that we have at the library. And I guess now if anybody has any questions, I'm happy to answer. I ran through everything pretty quickly, so if there's anything you'd like to go back to, we can certainly do that. Who's going to start a new language? Anybody? Maybe I will try a couple of languages and see if I can figure out what my native language is.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, exactly. So does anybody online have any questions for me? I was a pretty straightforward, pretty fast introduction, but I would suggest I'm going to send the recording and the slides out. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me, but just play with the various apps. There's a lot there, and it's these cold winter nights, it's sort of fun to have something to divert yourself with. So Tim, do you want to talk about the upcoming tech class we have in 2 weeks?
Well, I think the upcoming class we have is on buying a device.
Yes, exactly.
So basically, that class is a little bit more free form, and there's going to be plenty of time for Q&A